Edgerton High School Alternative Program, Option 2, Civics, Chapter 16, Local Courts. Learning objectives. The students will be able to identify the different kinds of local courts and describe the cases they handle, explain the rights of arrested persons, and describe the process of jury duty. Words to know. Municipal court, the name of the local court in most cities. Justice court, court that handles criminal cases. Misdemeanor, a small crime for which the sentence is a fine or less than 1 year in a local jail. Fine, money paid after breaking a local law, such as a traffic law. Sometimes people can pay fines instead of going to jail. Arrested, taken to jail by a law officer. Arraignment, a hearing before a judge during which a person accused of a crime hears the charges against him or her. Bail, money paid by a person to get out of jail before the trial. Bail money pays for a bond or written promise that the accused will appear before trial. Obligation, a duty or responsibility. Local courts and their causes. Every city and county has local courts. In cities, the main local courts are usually called municipal courts. Outside the city, the local courts may be called justice courts or county courts. These are the lowest courts of the state court system. They take cases concerning local laws and problems. Local courts handle both civil and criminal cases. Civil cases. Municipal or county courts handle many kinds of civil cases. Divorce courts or family law courts settle cases for married people who break up. Also handle cases of people who wish to adopt children. Probate courts settle questions about the property of a person who has died. Small claims courts settle cases between people over small amounts of money or goods. Criminal cases. Local courts hold criminal trial only for misdemeanor crimes. Misdemeanors are small crimes. Sentence for a misdemeanor has to be less than 1 year in the local jail. Shoplifting and disturbing the peace are misdemeanors. Traffic courts handle cases of violations of local traffic laws. Speeding and parking tickets are handled by traffic courts. If a young person is on trial, the case is usually heard in juvenile court. Justice courts handle criminal cases in small towns and counties. Small claims court. Small claims court handle cases quickly, is often very busy. You may have to wait a few weeks for your case to come up. It may only take 15 minutes to settle. Small claims court cases move quickly because juries are not allowed and the use of lawyers is discouraged. Each person tells their story to the judge. Judge listens and asks questions. Judge decides who is in the wrong and what that person must pay. In most states, the maximum claim is $5,000 or less. Small claims cases can usually be appealed. Traffic court. Traffic court is another busy court. Every day people get tickets for breaking local traffic laws. Speeding, blocking traffic, and careless driving are all violations of local traffic laws. Guilty people sometimes have to pay a fine, such as $35 for a parking ticket. Guilty persons sometimes has to appear in traffic court. Traffic court usually does not have lawyers or juries. The driver and the police officer who issued the ticket appear before the judge and each tells their story. Judge asks questions and makes the decision. Drivers can appeal if found guilty, and traffic court sentence is usually a fine. Rights of arrested people. People who break local laws are usually not arrested or held by police. Police officers write them a ticket and they may be told to pay a fine. If they wish to argue their case, they may be given a date to appear in court before a judge. A person can be arrested for misdemeanors such as vandalism, shoplifting, or drunk driving. When a person is arrested, his or her right to freedom may be taken away, but many rights are still protected by state and federal constitutions. Police and courts must be careful to protect the rights of citizens and treat them fairly. There are 3 basic rights of arrested people. 1. The right to stay silent. Arrested people do not have to answer any questions. They cannot be found guilty for not answering questions, and the Constitution promises you are innocent until proven guilty. 2. Right to have a lawyer. Accused people have the right to a lawyer. If they do not have enough money, he or she must be given one for free. The state or local government pays for that lawyer. 3. Right to appear quickly before a judge. Arrested people usually first appear before a judge at a hearing called an arraignment. A person must be told what crime they are accused of. Accused also get the chance to tell the judge whether or not they are innocent or guilty. The judge can also set bail. The smaller the crime, the less the bail. Bail money acts as a promise that people will appear for a trial. Jury duty. One obligation you have as a U.S. citizen is serving on a jury. Almost all citizens are called to serve on a jury at least one or more times. If you are signed up as a voter or have a driver's license, you might be called to serve on a jury. If called, you will get a legal notice from the local courthouse. You must answer the notice and report to court. Notice tells you when you must appear. You might be on call for 2 weeks or as long as 3 months in some states. You and other jurors wait to be assigned to a case. The lawyers on each side will ask you questions. One lawyer may not want you on the jury and you may be excused from service. Before the trial begins, the lawyers must agree on 12 jurors. If you serve, you will hear one case. The case might take a few days, a few weeks, or in some cases, a few months. You will have to go to court every day until the trial is over. The judge will warn you not to talk about the case outside of court. At the end of the case, the judge gives a ruling for making your decision. You and other jurors go into a closed room to vote in secret, and the secret meeting goes on until all 12 people agree on a verdict. In criminal cases, the jury votes guilty or not guilty. If guilty, the judge decides sentence. In civil cases, the jury decides who wins and may also decide how much money should be paid to the person who wins the case. Here is your summary. Local courts handle small civil and criminal cases. Municipal courts are city courts and justice courts. Local courts hold criminal trials only for misdemeanor crimes. Traffic courts handle violations of local traffic laws. Juvenile courts handle cases involving young people. Most people accused of breaking local laws are not arrested. For misdemeanors, the accused persons can be arrested. An arrested person still has basic rights as a citizen. Small claims courts can handle civil cases quickly. There are not lawyers or a jury. The judge hears both sides of the story. Here is your quiz. Good luck and see you in class.